Give me a hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah.
Ooh, you know what time it is.
What's up? What's up?
Ooh, you know what time it is.
Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. The podcast that you know. Deuce and Mo.
Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know.
Do it for Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Hey. Do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings, it's my favorite show. Do it for Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Hey. Do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings. Big hopes and dreams as we cover our kings. Never cover the kingdom, but we loving our kings. And we covered your prayers as we doing our thing. Big Deuce with the par, Lil Mo on the screen. Solo or together, still do it for team. Never switch up for $1 or revenue stream. So we always got each other, balance out the beam. Deuce and Mo, and that's the end of the theme song. Do it for Deuce and Mo.
We are live! Monday night, Deuce and Mo, we are back. Oh, it feels so good to be on a little night chat tonight. How you doing, Mo?
It feels fantastic to be on a little night.
How does McAfee do that on SmackDown?
Not like that.
How we doing, everybody? Oh, hey, what's up, man? How are you? Everything good with you?
Hey, Morgan.
Hi.
Who are you rooting for? I need to know.
I'm rooting for y'all.
For us.
Who's your favorite team of all time in the NBA?
Let's go, Kane.
Let's go. How are we doing, chat?
Yay.
We got Boise. We've got Mitch, Fahad, Scotty Joe, Al, Hector.
Dude, thank
I
you
like
guys
it.
for being here on a Monday evening.
Yeah, we'll start it in just a second. Let's see here. Yeah.
Good teammate time. Go like this.
What?
You got some shit in your teeth. Do you see it?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah, get it out.
Ugh.
I mean, you have to. You called out. Is it gone?
No. Dude, it's.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. Still there.
No one can see it, right?
Wait, let me
Can
see.
anyone see
It's
it?
on- oh, it's gone.
Oh,
You
it's
got
gone.
it.
It's gone.
Woo!
We're good. Hey, good teammate alert. I'm going to wait. I've been sitting next to you for 10 minutes with the camera off. But when the camera goes live and we're on, I'm going to point out you have something in your teeth. And I'm going to give myself credit for being a good teammate when I'm really not a good teammate.
Was not paying attention to you before the podcast.
Maybe you should. What's up, nice guy trying? Good to see everybody here. Joe was wondering if, hey, nobody watched the VMAs? Watched the little VMAs last night. Briefly. Oh, my goodness. Night Chat hasn't even started yet.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Nick's already
Nick,
ready
you gotta
to
wait,
talk.
my man.
Hold
You gotta
on,
wait.
Nick.
All right, let's stop messing around.
All right.
Deuce and Mo coming down in 3, 2, 1. Actually, before we start, if you're in the chat, you're ready to go for a Monday night chat. Give me a hell yeah.
Give me a hell yeah.
Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe. Let's get it going. Deuce and Mo coming down. 3, 2, 1. Hit my music.
Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. The podcast that you know.
Welcome into the Deuce and Mo podcast. A Monday night. It's kind of nice doing this at night. I've said that before, like a couple weeks ago when we did the little night chat.
Yeah.
It's nice because I feel like it's our preseason before 82 games of NBA basketball.
Yeah. It's a great way to just, I was going to say ease back into it, but it's not like last year we were prepared for what we were really doing. We just kind of did it. And then afterward, it was like, whoa. But sorry, I'm going on a tangent, but I think it was a little bit more of whoa because it was an emotional roller coaster that we were on. Not only like the grind and you staying up late, but you're having fun. It's adrenaline. But when things weren't going right and you think about how many times things weren't going right,
Yeah.
like that's tough. And I don't know, maybe we're just not going to feel that this year. It's going to be a little different.
Maybe, just maybe. Appreciate everyone hanging out with us tonight. You can hop in Discord with us and use the voice chat if you want to do that. We'll also take your guys' comments. We'll hang out. We'll have a good time tonight, Morgan.
Why not?
Why not? Shout out Nick. The Athletic came out with a list today.
I did know that.
And it was there were like 30 players. I think it was every team was represented.
I thought I saw every team.
It's a list of players and coaches with the most to prove this year in the NBA.
Love it.
Any idea where De'Aaron Fox was on this? Or I butchered that.
Yeah.
Any idea who was on the Kings list? His name was De'Aaron Fox. Congratulations, Juice Mason.
The list obviously it wasn't in order of like this person is more important than this person on this team and needs to do more. No, it was each team there was a person that has the most to prove.
And Jason Jones, who used to cover the Sacramento Kings for the B and the Athletic, it's his note. He lists De'Aaron Fox as this is the best roster with De'Aaron Fox in Sacramento. Now it's time to see if he can do more than show flashes of being an all-star. That means consistency on offense and a regular impact on defense. Fox is the only member of the 2017 draft class who has received a max extension, but has never been on an all-star team or has made the playoffs. This is his best chance to change that.
That's a fair little analysis there from Jason Jones.
Do you agree that he's the Kings player with the most to prove?
Yeah, I do. And I would be shocked if someone has a different answer. The only reason I guess the people that would have a different answer are the true De'Aaron Fox haters. Maybe, you know how some people just have lost all faith in him because.
But what those people say, he's got a lot to prove.
Yeah, but maybe they've lost so much faith in him that they're like they've moved on and they're like, oh, it's Sabonis that has a lot to prove. But in my opinion, it's De'Aaron Fox because not only have we seen those flashes, but we understand how this team was constructed, especially last year at trade deadline, and what the vision is for this team. And it's for De'Aaron Fox to be that player in those flashes consistently.
Yeah, I think if he is consistently good, the Kings are going to have a great chance of being a good team this year.
Agreed.
I think that's where it breaks down. Like the All-Star game, like obviously if he was playing at an All-Star level, it would be awesome. But you just need, if he's in the conversation, I think that's a win for Sacramento.
That's it. And it's not like in the conversation where we in Sacramento get excited about his game and are like, yeah, he should be in the conversation. It's no, he needs to be in the conversation league wide, right? Because that is what's really going to show that he has made many changes to his game, to his mentality. A lot relies on him, and there's a lot of pressure on him. And I think some people could say, well, don't you feel that like that every year for De'Aaron? In some ways, but it's the first sentence that Jason Jones said. This is the best roster he's had surrounding him. And so then once you don't have that excuse anymore of man, you know, Sacramento just couldn't get shit around me, like it is going to fall on you a lot.
It's such a weird time.
Why?
Because people are kind of optimistic about things, even outside of Sacramento. You had Mark J. Spears, who's been on ESPN. Like I think every time he goes on ESPN, Mark J. Spears is like, "Oh, the Kings are making the playoffs." Well,
I dig it.
Today, Chris Mannix from Sports Illustrated, he's been covering the league for a long time. He quote tweeted pictures that the Kings put out of Kevin Huerter and Keegan Murray in the gym, along with De'Aaron Fox, which is cool to see.
Yeah.
Chris Mannix said, "Seriously, I'm all in on a Kings playoff berth this season. Fox, Sabonis are really good. Two newcomers add shooting. Another year for Mitchell. I like the Mike Brown hire at coach. Where's the line for the bandwagon?" Morgan Reagan. If I just read this, you probably would have thought I wrote this.
Honestly, I would have thought you wrote that, except the last line. Where's the line for the bandwagon? Because you've obviously been a fan your entire life. But that's I dig the optimism, and I think everybody in Sacramento should dig that optimism, because how many times year after year is everyone like, oh, national media shitting all over the Kings, and now you're getting the love, but there's gonna come some pressure with that love, with those expectations from so many people around the league. I still don't have the highest expectations of where they actually land when it comes to the end of the season in the standings. I know, but I do have high expectations for the hype and the excitement everyone does have for this team because of the product on the floor and what it's going to look like next season.
It's good to feel some pressure too.
It's great. It's a fantastic thing to feel pressure, Deuce, because I feel like year after year, it's just like, you never know what this is going to be. Oh, everyone's going to get fired. That's the pressure usually. Everyone gets fired if something good doesn't come out of it. But it's like, you don't have the right ingredients. And this season, the right ingredients are there. Now, how are you going to make the cake? God, I love cake. I just always use cake analogies, huh?
Yeah, no, you definitely do.
No.
It's weird because the cake you think they can make is like 36 win cake, which is not very moist. It's kind of dry. You take it, it's like, oh, I don't know.
No. Because the quality of the cake will
There's
be
like
there.
a hair on it.
False. Wrong. Let me give you the correct cake analogy. The quality of the cake will be there. The perfect cage-free eggs will be used.
Why you got to use eggs? What about for our vegan friends?
Well, for our vegan friends, we'll use perfect egg replacement, like flax seeds.
They can't be cage-free. They have to be open range. So they can actually move around. Because cage-free, I mean...
Okay, it's all bullshit anyways. Organic, everything else, right? But my point is, to this cake, though, is that it's a one-tier cake, you know? But it's moist, it's tasty, it's a good cake, but that's where the cake will be this year. Does that make sense? So the quality on the floor, the quality of the cake, good. but the cake is still going to be small. It's going to land small.
I know you hate the what if game. I know you hate the what if game. Okay, so I'm sorry to put pressure on you.
You're going to do this to me?
No, but someone in the chat has a great question. It's Mitch. He says, Morgan, if everything went right, and that doesn't mean you think everything's going to right. It's just a what if game. Okay. If everything went right, what would that mean?
No,
Give me your
his
best case.
question or your question? How many wins? Because you know how I feel about that.
Give me if everything. Let's just say Fox is playing at all-star level.
Okay.
Sabonis is playing at a all borderline all-star level.
Yeah.
Keegan's impactful.
Things are flowing. Mike Brown's defensive philosophy is coming into play.
They're better defensively.
Better defensively. Like, we're talking like top 20.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you think? If they're top 20, then honestly, they're going to win. Like, at that rate, they would win 50 games. You know what I mean? And that's exactly. I don't that's
okay. That's if everything went like perfectly like next level right.
That's what I'm saying. But that doesn't happen, you guys. Okay. That doesn't happen in the NBA. Like that. It just there's ups and downs, and we all have seen it for every single team. No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why like everything can't go right for this team. Now, if everything went right and they already had something established, whether it was a culture or their defensive philosophy or whatever, like let's say next year, they can build off of that and become a better team with what. Okay.
I don't want to talk about next year.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm focused on this year. First preseason games coming up October 3rd, Morgan.
It is.
A shill in the chat says, it feels weird getting somewhat positive remarks on the national level. Yeah, I don't care that Chris Mannix says that.
Okay.
Just as I don't care if he didn't believe in the Kings. Like people get bent out of shape based on some opinion of a national writer. And I gotta be honest, most national guys aren't like totally locked in anyway. I'm just more intrigued by the fact that, okay, they're getting some love. Does that mean that like winning the headlines or winning like, oh, a lot of people are on the bandwagon? That doesn't equate to being good at all. We know this, but you have to go out there and prove it. But it is refreshing that for the first time in a while, you're not just hearing the Kings bashed left and right, at least for right now. It is only August 29th.
Hey, that's true. And the type of love that they're receiving is actually for what they can accomplish on the floor. It's not some, oh, this guy could be rookie of the year. Who cares? Like, is the team winning? You know what I mean? It's not just excited about one thing, even though I know that Keegan has been talked about being rookie of the year, but there's other things about the team that the national media is excited about.
But I think it is weird, though, if you're a Kings fan, because for so long, it's like you're the butt of every single joke.
100.
Even when they got Sabonis last year,
yeah.
No one's talking that they got Sabonis. They were talking about that they gave up Tyrese Halliburton.
Correct.
Right? So they're always like, it's not often you get a little love thrown your way. It's weird, though, because, like, in school, like, if you were getting bullied by someone and then all of a sudden like they're being nice to you, it's kind of weird. You're
like, hey, what is this? What's the big idea? Are you going to manipulate me into doing something? What's happening? Yeah, you're right.
I don't know, like Chris Mannix, are you just messing with us right now?
Yeah, what are you doing, Chris? Huh?
Mark J. Spears, are you trolling us?
Yeah, what are you doing, Mark?
We don't believe anything you're saying right now. By the way, thanks so much for everyone joining us live right now. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button. You can also subscribe. That would be great. It is night chat, so you can hop in Discord if you want to chat with us, just like our buddy that we have not seen in a while, but he is here. Let's welcome him back for the first time in the last few night chats, I think. He's the one and only. Nick, what is up?
What's up, Deuce and Mo? How are you guys doing today?
Oh, we are so good.
How are you, Nick?
I'm good. So we have some breaking news to tell you.
Whoa. Hold on. You are breaking this news right here on Night Chat with Deuce Mason and Morgan Reagan.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Give me a drum roll, please.
Oh.
Drum roll, please.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, it's there.
It's going, Nick.
We don't have a drop.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The Sacramento Kings, the majority owner, bought the River Cats.
Nick, that's not breaking news.
Hey, let him break it.
That was like a week ago.
Nick,
that's
dude.
like 4 or 5. That's not breaking news, Nick. What are you doing?
It's not breaking news, but what I like is that it's news, and you're bringing it up, and that is awesome. So, right. What?
And then, Susan Savage said that, she's still going to be at the games. But she's going to be doing something different.
Okay, so are you excited that the Kings are
I'm
buying
excited that they bought the River Cats because the River Cats are under the Kings umbrella.
Oh, so
Do you like being under the Kings umbrella, or is the umbrella kind of like broken a lot?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but the River Cats are still going to be with the Giants, which is good. But it'll bring some more business at the River Cat Stadium.
Hey, why not De'Aaron Fox play for the River Cats too?
Why not?
Yeah.
Oh, you like that?
I really like that. It would bring more business to the River Cat Stadium, honestly.
Honestly, it probably would. Good point, Nick.
Do you think Legends will take over if they, because half of the employees at the River Cat Stadium work for the Golden One Center?
I just love this breakdown so much.
He's asking if Legends, part of a group that like runs the food staff,
Correct.
is going to be running stuff at Sutter Health Park. I have no idea, Nick. I have no idea. Do I look like human resources? Do I have these answers? Am I an HR director?
No, but the Kings majority owner will probably be sitting in the suites, VIP.
What? No. You got to be behind home plate.
Yeah, so that's good. That's actually exciting news because it's good relationship. Because Sutter Health Park is right down the street.
It is.
Nick, great breakdown, dude. Thanks you so much.
Yeah, thanks for the breaking news. Sleep dreams, all right?
But hey, why not?
Why not, Nick?
Why not? Deuce and Mo. Maybe Deuce can get me goddamn pizza.
Whoa. All right, Nick. Where does this come from?
He dropped goddamn pizza. Wait, that is my favorite Nick. What are you doing?
Sorry. My bad. I sorry I didn't hit the right button, Morgan. I control all of this. My bad. I didn't switch to the next screen. I was looking at some of the comments. Couple things from Nick. Great call.
And he's right.
I was surprised when I saw that note a few weeks back. It was like a month ago when Damian tweeted it out that, hey, the Kings are talking about buying the River Cats.
Yeah.
Because on the surface, you're like, why would you spend money on a minor league baseball team?
Sure.
Right? Like a minor league, like even the game was on the other day, a River Cats game. It was like a Saturday afternoon. Nobody's at the game. Baseball's just changing. But like, you have to think there's a chance for him to redevelop a lot of that land in West Sacramento. And that's the game changer, right? Like, if you want to get super nerdy Sacramento Sacramento people, like the city has not maximized the riverfront.
Nope.
Really on either side. At West Sac, to their credit, I mean, look at what's happening on, like, you got Drake's.
You have that new apartment complex.
Yeah, all that stuff. So,
sure.
I mean, I just think, like, for Sacramento, there's so much. I know everyone's so excited. Hey, Golden One Center, it's transformed downtown. It's like, it has in some ways, but, like, K Street still needs a lot of work.
Yep.
Right? The rail yards development is still, like, so in its infancy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, West Sac is its own city, but West Sacramento has a chance to develop. So there's still, like, a lot of growth potential here. And if you're Vivek, it's like, you already have a lot of stuff downtown from the Kings Arena deal.
Dude.
You scoop up the River Cats, get some more land.
Think about what you can do in a city on water, with the waterfront, with the river there. And I think some people, if they're not,
like a giant slide, right?
Yep, that's what I was thinking. A giant slide into the river. No, but you think about how other cities do have these restaurants on the water.
Yeah.
And, they take advantage of not only it being this waterfront, but also the breeze that comes along, the weather that comes along with it. And I think some people too, their perception of the river, it's just like, it's gross, it's not good. But there are so many beautiful parts to it that it's like, no, you can utilize it the right way.
Yeah.
God, we're nerdy.
Then, if they ever do get the soccer stadium done, whether that's
God.
MLS or not, which, that seems unlikely at this point.
Right.
So, yeah, I have my initial reaction when I first saw the news. I was like, how does that make sense? But then you dig a little deeper. You're like, oh yeah, there's land that makes plenty of sense for him.
It's a pretty dope city.
Brooke in the chat, by the way, says this is the Kings' Taylor Swift year. She has a theory. She said she might pop in the Discord chat later, or she could explain in chat. She also says the property the River Cats own is huge. There's a secondary plot under the 50 off ramp. Yeah,
love the knowledge.
You're not just buying a baseball team. I don't think Vivek's going, you know what? Minor league baseball. He can't do anything like with the actual team. The Giants run it, right? Like,
yeah.
It's really about like the sales and marketing and activation around Sutter Health Park and then land.
But also, if you think about when you collaborate with other people within the same community, and think about this is the same city of sports fans that will be the collaboration. There's just so much more you can do as a business. Collaboration is key.
Thanks for that, Morgan. Appreciate you dropping that knowledge. Yeah, I think that could be an exciting thing down the road for the city. I mean, I love Sacramento. I see its potential. You go to other cities, like they've kind of figured out its identity. Sacramento is like still figuring out what it is. They've got so many issues.
Yeah, I mean, they, as you know, the history of Sacramento. It used to be.
Oh, Morgan's bringing this up because I'm going to tell everyone right now here in this night chat tonight.
This is
that
awesome.
One of the most underrated things to do for me right now is go on YouTube, and it's called Center for Sacramento History.
No joke.
And Deuce, how did you find this? Great question. I'm so glad you asked. I found this because I was searching for old newscasts from like late 1960s in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
But they have so much great content on here about Sacramento, all this old footage. If you want to nerd out about the city, oh my God.
So I watched some too. And here's the thing, you guys, learning even more about the history of the city and the buildings and so many other things. It's like, it's just crazy what was demolished and when you look at these big cities that you see around the country and what makes them great and the history of their buildings and everything. And Sacramento demolished that. And so now they're trying to rebuild this identity. What are you laughing so hard about?
Just Boise said, I would rather watch paint dry.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah.
If you enjoy history.
What are you doing instead, Boise? That's my question. What are you doing? Just surf around. Learn something, kid.
We even talked about, like, should we watch one of these on Twitch and just do like a Twitch exclusive?
That no one would care about. Yeah, for sure.
So what? We would care.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
So with Chris Mannix saying he's all in on the Kings playoff berth, he was talking about play, and you hear Mark J. Spears too.
Where are you going with this question?
Does that change your opinion at all? You've got more people.
Why would that change my opinion? They don't know anything.
It shouldn't. You know what?
Exactly.
It should not change your opinion.
Because they don't know any more than what I know in the sense of, no. In the sense of what the unknown of what the Sacramento Kings team will be like on the floor this season, right?
I didn't follow that at all.
You didn't? Like, think about it. We haven't seen this team together is my point. So the unknown, and they haven't seen it. So we all know what we know, but they for some reason think that that's going to lead to a playoff berth where I'm like, no. And I stand with no. That does not
Back
persuade
says,
me.
I know more than anyone else ever, says Morgan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I know. And I already thought about this too the other day. If I'm wrong about this season, and they like make the playoffs and all this, people are just going to shit on me. And there's no reason to shit on me either.
What?
Yeah.
No
what do you
one
mean?
cares, dude.
Oh my gosh. Some people be like, see, I told you. And I'm like,
why do you care about some like...
Wait, I don't care. I'm just saying like, that's like, I could picture that happening and not saying that I would like even be offended.
What are they going to say to you, Morgan? They're going to be thinking about the Kings are good.
That's what I would hope. That's what I think people would think I'm like not a believer. And it's like, no, this is just my analysis of what they're going to do this season.
Yeah. I get it.
Okay.
I just don't think people are going to be like, oh yeah, Kings are in the playoffs. Oh, night chat's on. Hey, Morgan, you suck. You were wrong. Like people are going to be like, no, playoffs, game one. What's going on? Play in. There's a chance. You know, like
I'm not saying that people are going to say that. I'm just saying
I mean,
because I feel like I've gotten the most like, oh, you're so negative about this team. And then you're seeing national media talk about this team in a playoff berth. And I'm like, how do they have so much confidence in saying that right now? I just don't.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just think it's such a small bubble of people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not even, I literally don't care. I'm just think it's funny. And how the national media is saying this, it's all just funny. You're whatever.
What?
You're not getting it.
What am I not getting?
You're thinking that I would give a shit or be mad. I wouldn't give a shit. Or I wouldn't give a shit.
Why does it come up? Why does it even come into your mind that, oh, you might get
Because
crap?
so many people think I'm so negative, and I think it's hilarious because we thought the national media were negative. So it's all, do you get how it all like, and then it's like.
I guess I am dumbfounded that anyone would think you're negative about it. You just have like.
So many people. What the, how have you not heard people? And I like, people tell me that it's like negative. What?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you're negative at all about it.
I know you don't.
It's
because I'm not being negative about it. I'm just being realistic with my analysis. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we agree with that, but I'm telling you that like other people don't. And I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
It doesn't hurt me or anything. I'm just saying like, wow, how could they think that that is negative? And then I think it's funny because it all goes back to how everyone thought national media was negative. And I have this thought in the 1 year that like national media is like, they're making the playoffs. Like, I'm just still right here. You know, it's just funny. Says,
yeah, Mo is lightweight a Debbie Downer, but it's cool.
See? Like, I'm not.
I mean, I would get it. See, and that's the thing, like, with when you talk about things and you're like, oh, I think like maybe 35 wins, and the way you talk about it, I mean, I disagree with it. But it's not like you're like, this team's a joke and they're going to win 20 games. It's not outrageous. Like, it's like, yeah, I mean, I could see that possibility. I mean, if you can't, even if you're the most optimistic Kings fan right now and you're like, dude, I've never been this high on this team, there's no way that you can ignore the fact that they haven't won in 16 years. It has to be in the back of your head. Like, of course, the possibility that the Kings win 30 games this year exists.
Yeah.
Because, I mean...
factually exists. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of things would have... I mean, really, with where the Kings are at, a lot of things would still have to just go really right for them to be a playoff team. I mean, a play-in team, a little easier of a race, but yeah.
I don't know the exact name on the chat. Selling Morgan was wrong t-shirts outside of Kings and River Cats games.
Hell yeah.
No one's going to buy it.
Let's check in with, oh, look who it is. Brooke. What's up, Brooke? How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
We are so good.
So good.
So good.
All right. I have my tin hat on. I'm ready to give some conspiracy theories.
Ooh,
I guess that's what it is.
Are you sure, or is it just a theory? I feel like anytime we have a theory now, it's like, oh, it's a conspiracy theory, right? It's like, well, I guess we'll see.
This might be the craziest of them all, though. So everyone just needs to
all right, let's
hear
write it down.
me out.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So for years, there's been like this theory that Taylor Swift has brought some good luck to the San Francisco Giants.
Okay.
In 2010, the Giants won their first World Series.
Yes.
In 2010, Taylor released "Speak Now." Okay. Also, it should be noted that year that's when Tyreek Evans won Rookie of the Year. So there's the Kings tie in there. Okay. 2012, Giants win World Series. Taylor releases Red. 2014, Giants won the World Series. Taylor released 1989.
Okay.
See, there's a pattern here. Whenever Taylor releases, the Giants win.
Okay.
Off years, they lose.
Okay.
Then Taylor disappeared until 2017.
Ooh.
And the Giants, didn't do anything really during that time.
Yeah.
They played pretty fine. Then she came back 2017. I mean, Giants didn't really do anything. But in 2020, Taylor released 2 albums. And the Giants, I mean, that was a weird year. But the Giants played a lot better than anyone would have ever expected.
Okay. Can I just stop you?
Okay. Wait. Why are you stopping her?
Okay.
Wait, keep going.
So this is where we get to the Kings. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the first time that the Kings have had a player whose number, like a star rookie, like a very promising player. I mean, we're not counting Giannis, but like whose number is 13, and that's Taylor's lucky number.
We're
Okay.
not counting Giannis.
Okay.
What she said. Okay, go on.
Well, he wore 13, right? Like we're not counting him.
Okay.
And yesterday Taylor announced that she's releasing an album in October. Giants, aren't playing very well this year. So I think the magic is shifting. And I'm claiming it's shifting to the Kings.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
King of my heart.
Brooke,
Of my heart.
You know what I was like, I don't know why I was hoping there was something else like, and Taylor Swift is doing a show in Sacramento. I mean, obviously she sells out, football stadiums, but I thought maybe like that was going to be the shift. This is definitely all over the place.
I see zero flaws in it. I have written it down, and I got to be honest, I think it's super logical.
Okay.
I think the Kings will have Taylor Swift's luck on their side this year.
Wait, question. Do we know the name of her new album?
It's called Midnights.
Oh.
Which,
If
okay.
it was Kings, it would make
Wait,
sense.
What?
I think that's all we know so far. We don't know song titles or anything. But when I hear Midnights, I think of Cinderella, which is like princesses,
Ooh,
kings.
Yeah.
That's what you think about when you think
No, it's
midnight.
good.
That's what you think.
Yep, me too. Because at midnight she turns into a pumpkin.
But
or something.
no, just to be clear, the first thing you think about when I say the word midnight is Cinderella.
Listen, I had to make it connect.
Okay, that's fair. I just want to.
connect.
All right, I just want to make sure you were okay.
Oh my God.
Wow. So just to break this down, Taylor Swift. You had here's the thing. Even year, Giants win 10, 12, 14. The 17-1, you kind of just skirted that over fast, right? Like she returned in 17. Did she have an album?
Yeah, with Reputation.
Oh, okay. Was that okay?
Reputation.
Okay. And the Giants were bad. So this is
this many albums.
She also released an album in 2019 called Lover, but
what does that have to do with anything, huh?
yeah, I'm just saying, like those were
Okay.
odd years.
Oh, got it.
And the Giants didn't win, so now it's an even year again. It's 2022. We're starting the season 2022. I mean, it'll be 2023 by the time the season's over, but
Okay. Well, I appreciate the thought into it. You're obviously very excited for Taylor's next album.
yes.
Wait, have you always been a Taylor Swift fan? A Swiftie? When they call Swifties?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Well, if you are right, then I mean Taylor Swift deserves a statue here in Sacramento.
No.
Oh.
You know what?
No? What?
I could not believe last night that she won an award. Was it for best music video at the VMAs?
No, it was like long form video.
Long form?
I'm gonna be honest.
Buckle
I did
up.
not watch the VMAs.
Okay.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, neither did we, but like at the same time, like saw things. I saw different things in clips.
Yeah, I saw you on Twitter.
And I was intrigued. And I thought when she won that, I knew what video is for that. Like her, what is it? Fall Red.
I don't know. Here's what I was going to
August,
say. It's like 10 and a half minutes long.
And-
Do
but
you
no,
need
no.
to see a music video that's 10 and a half
no,
minutes?
it's an art form,
it
and
was-
that's why it's a long form category. But
Oh,
here's my
God,
thing:
it's an
I'm not,
art form.
and I'm not shitting on Taylor Swift, but I did not think that video was that great. I thought it was so boring, and no, I did, and.
What are we talking about?
I did. I'm sorry. And she needs to bring luck to the Kings, or she needs to give away that VMA that she got last night because that video sucked. I'm so sorry, Brooke. I'm so sorry.
I do love that video, but it is very long.
Oh my God.
Well, thanks for checking in, and I appreciate your theory.
Of course.
All right.
I gotta go watch The Bachelor now.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
luck. Good luck.
Bye, Brooke. Oh my God, she's amazing. Yeah, I really wish I was like excited about that theory for a hot second.
What am I missing all these years?
Gotcha.
And I understand that like I'm not gonna like everything that's out there.
Okay.
But like the deep connection Taylor Swift has with her fans, I'm like, I just don't. Just maybe not my music, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, like, think about these. Okay.
Like she's a superstar.
So
right? Does she sell at a stadium or no?
Yes. Oh my God.
I'm like
yes,
a football
stadium. I'm thinking of like the Cowboy Stadium. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure she sells out stadiums. But you think about what Cole with the Dissect podcast told us about, like when you're a kid and you're developing still, and like certain songs and beats and whatever, they really stick with you because they give you a mood, and you remember that mood because it had a large part of your development. And I think a lot of people, when Taylor Swift came out, especially that generation of young women, mostly, I would say. If I'm sorry if there's a lot, there's probably a lot of men too, so I shouldn't just say that. But
I think it's safe to say her demo is female based.
Either way,
Morgan.
Her songs were so basic, right? So basic in like the sense of I'm breaking up with another guy and I'm not just another picture to burn. But even I was so in love with some of these very basic songs. It was just like, yeah, you can connect. Yeah, F him. Picture to burn.
Do you understand that if we clip this and put this part of the podcast out on Twitter, we would get destroyed by Swifties? Like this I'm not we got to keep this on the low. Okay. This conversation stays here between the Deuce and Mo community. We don't need Swifties in our mentions.
My whole point was that connection and being a big part of a lot of this generation's development. And maybe could even connect to younger and younger generations, and she kept coming out with newer and newer music that just so many people bought into her. I think that's why so many people are obsessed with her.
I hear you.
I mean, you didn't have a reason. That's my reason.
No, I know. You went in depth. I thought we were doing a Taylor Swift night chat. I thought it was like a Taylor Swift.
I knew you were going to make some asshole joke. Cool.
Let's go to Drew.
Hi, Drew.
What's up, Drew Mack? Drew Mack, I heard you for a second.
Drew.
There he is.
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Hey. We're so good. How are you?
Doing good myself. I didn't want to touch too much on the Taylor Swift thing because I didn't want to go off on a tangent or anything, but it's definitely not a women only or like female only thing because I know Preneel is a huge...
Okay. Dude, that's awesome.
I would say that her core demographic, her core. You don't think
that's why I think she has such a big following. This is great that we're talking about this. That's why I think she has such a big following because it was boys and girls. It was young men and young women.
The majority though of her audience would be female. No,
Deuce,
no doubt.
Okay, that's all I want to say. That's all.
I don't know.
Of course.
I mean, that goes without saying, I think. Yeah. Deuce, you're probably going to get sick of me in a minute or two because I talk way more to you than I get to talk to Morgan nowadays. So this is just going to be directed to her, right? I just want to throw out some shitty trade requests.
Oh, no.
Or ideas, I guess. But I think I might have a chance to like sway Mo here because I know that the person that I'm targeting is somebody that she's exhibited interest in the past.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like from a basketball standpoint or anything like that, but I know that I remember that you thought that Kevin Love was like pretty attractive, right?
Yes, very attractive man. Correct.
So, not saying that would like help us like Kings fans or anything, like take us to the next level or whatever, right? But let's acknowledge for a moment that he did play on the championship team with Mike Brown and Matthew Dellavedova, right? Now, this is like a break glass in case of emergency type of situation. Like, I'm not saying like we should trade for him right now before the season starts. I'm actually of the belief that like at this moment, if you can't get anyone better than Harrison Barnes, then just roll into the season and see if he can fit next to Keegan Murray. But let's say that it's December 15th or around that time. It doesn't look like things are working. The team's not gelling. They're not Keegan and Harrison are not able to share the court a lot. And I'm not saying that like Kevin Love and
$29 million
would be like,
expiring deal. Yeah.
Expiring, but $29 million for Kevin Love.
Keegan. But yeah, Keegan is not Keegan. Harrison is also expiring as well.
He is.
And my idea, or we could of course be tweaked at some point, but like, let's say if Holmes isn't getting a lot of minutes and you still need to move him, like him and Harrison for Kevin Love and somebody like C.D. Osman or something like that, just to make money work. You have like $30 million expiring opens up like a max slot. You know, worst case scenario is just an expiring that you can hopefully do something next offseason with. Best case scenario, Mike Brown is able to completely re-energize or whatever the fuck.
Rejuvenate. I thought you stopped to take a puff out of your joint or something. I thought you had a pre-roll and you're like, hold on one sec. Rejuvenate.
No, that's why I couldn't remember that word.
It's all good.
If I would have cooled off on that a little bit earlier, I would have remembered that word for sure. But let's say that he completely like turns Kevin Love's career around. Like last year, like let's be honest, last year he looked a little bit better, you know, in a limited role or whatever. But let's say that he's able to like ooze some more production out of him. Now we get Kevin Love until he's like 45 years old, and he's like the new Tom Brady, just like killing it every year. The Kings are in the finals, you know, type of thing. Like, you know, what do we have to lose, really? Your thoughts?
So I guess my thoughts to it. One of my first thoughts, you know, obviously, I just think about this Kings roster and what could make them that much better, and I think Kevin Love can work for a lot of teams, but I also go, is he that thing that makes them that much better? And then on top of that, you talk about, you know, the expiring contract, his age and everything like that. What's the identity with him on the team? Like, what does that year do to this Kings roster with him on the roster? And within creating that identity that can be sustainable and hopefully be something consistent throughout the future, right? And I just feel like I like Kevin Love a lot, but I don't see if that was like, I would hope there would be a different move than that.
Yeah. A couple of things just to be accurate too. Mike Brown never coached Kevin Love, right? Because Mike Brown wasn't there for LeBron's second stint. And there's nothing to say that doesn't mean that disqualifies it, but he was just saying, hey, he played for him.
Yeah.
But Kevin Love did not play for him. If I'm not, I could be wrong. I don't think so. So I guess my biggest thing with Kevin Love, I like Kevin Love, good player, like a role player in this league. That's kind of what he is. He's missed a lot of time over the years. Smart player, like
good role player.
I like guys he can rebound,
solid vet. He can outlet the ball, like a nice outletter, right?
Really smart player. I dig him. But, like, where do you even play him? Like, if the Harrison thing didn't work out, like, his scenario it went in the line, he had to make some moves. Like, where do you...
Coming off the bench, but, like...
I just think you still have a hole. I mean, I don't know what your lineup would be unless you think Keegan can play more of the three.
Right.
But Kevin Love, to me, is like a backup big in the league on a good team. Like, he's a center power forward, and you know, power forward could be tough depending on the lineup.
That's why with Harrison too, I just think sometimes we're not looking at his position as valuable as I think it is. And I think having different pieces and less pressure on him this season, we're going to see something different from him, in my opinion.
Good vet though.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, very good looking.
I just don't see the fit.
Oh, I see. Drew's gone. Very good looking. Yeah. Would come in, have GQ style outfits. That's great. But all in all, it's not going to get them the W's they need.
Can we mention one thing? Shout out to our guy, Kenneth, who donated 50 subs on YouTube, 50 memberships.
Give me a hell yeah.
Thank you, Kenneth.
Shout out to Xavier for becoming a new member.
Hell yeah.
Give me a hell yeah.
Let's go.
All right, we'll take some more calls and see where the conversation goes in just a few minutes. But first, we should tell you that tonight's podcast presented by our friends over at the Detail Pros of Sacramento.
Get your car cleaned. Get your car detailed. Take care of your investments. What are you doing? I don't know why it took me this long in meeting Nick and then Nick actually telling me how I should be taking care of my car and the importance of the exterior and the interior. But you just don't realize how much damage, the sun, water, everything else. I'm just so glad.
Especially if you're like 90% of our audience that like they get food on the way to work or coffee and they have like stacks of wrappers and like greasy napkins and
son of a gun.
Starbucks cups. Like your car's a mess. Like, let's just not kid
Clean
yourself.
up.
So you obviously can't manage it yourself. You can't do it yourself. So you're going to go to the Detail Pros of Sacramento, detailprosac.com. Hit up our guy, Nick. Schedule an appointment. Get your car looking sexy. And if you told him you heard it from the Deuce and Mo podcast, you get hooked up.
Yeah.
Free paint sealant upgrade. That's worth, I can't let one do that, $125.
Ooh, you remember the exact price?
DetailProsSac.com. We're also presented by Joey Reagan over at Lion Real Estate. He's closing deals left and right because he knows Sacramento, and he also knows that you're human, okay? You have feelings, you have wants, you've got needs, all this stuff. He's not going to treat like you're just a transaction. We do this, here's money, thank you.
Is that what other people do?
Yeah, that's why you hit up Joey.
Yeah, Joey's fantastic. I mean, he just closed another deal, right? And it's just because I'm realizing people are really enjoying working with Joey. So if you want to make the whole process easy, selling or buying your home, he also helps some douchebags and morons who moved from across the country. Yeah, they're trying to come to Sacramento so they could be closer to us. So they're here now. But yeah, make sure to hit up Joey.
Yeah, go to his website, jreagan.golion.com. That's jreagan.golion.com. You can also call or text him at 916-412-4592, 916-412-4592. That's license number 0212-8070.
Give me a hell yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Give me a hell yeah.
Sure. You asked for it. You're good. Let's go next up on Discord to King Bong. What's up, King?
What is up, Deuce and Mo?
How are you?
I'm on high vibrations tonight, my man. All good vibes. It's been a great day. Beautiful day.
Okay. What was so? I mean, it was 94.
I don't care, dude. I had a great day. I don't care what the degrees were.
Hell yeah.
What was so great about your day?
I started a new job last week. I got some overtime today.
Ooh, got that OT.
I just stopped by the Jersey Mike's for dinner and got the cute girl's number from behind the cash register. So we're having a great day.
Wait.
Oh my God, that's why he's so happy.
How do you do that? How do you accomplish that?
I'm not gonna lie. I just went to that Jersey Mike's like once a week for like 3 months.
And then you just kind of had a rapport, and then tonight you're like, hey, can I get your number?
Yup.
Wait.
No. Yeah.
No way. I mean, quick question.
I don't want to like. Okay, keep going. Yeah.
Quick question. Was it? It wasn't like you kept going back to the Jersey Mike's stalker vibes. It was like, gosh, I have a little crush on her vibes, right?
well, first of all, let me be clear. I got a crush on the number 9. Okay, that's what I'm really there for is the sandwich. The girl just happened to be like, just a little side dish.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
Dude is spending like $500 a month at Jersey Mike's, going there every day. He's like, what time's she off tonight?
That's amazing.
So, I mean, what'd you say? I mean,
what'd you
say? What was the line today that obviously you've built some sort of weird rapport where you go, hey, do you want also?
That's weird. I love it. What'd you
Let's
say?
hear.
So, we were just chit chatting. She was the only one in there, and she told me that she's like, oh, I breed pit bulls. I think is what she had said. She's like, that's how I make my money. I just do this to socialize, basically. And I'm like, you come out here to work at Jersey Mike's like just to like get out of the house? She was like, yeah. And I go, well, you want to hang out sometime? And she was like, I'm kind of already talking to some guy. And I was like, well, just take my number. Like, just take my number. And if you ever stop talking to whoever, you can talk to me. And she told me, she was like, you are pretty. And I was like, I think you're pretty too. So, she texted me her number back. So she didn't just like fake write it down or nothing. I got her number too. So, we'll see.
She's probably married and hasn't even told you. You're getting into a messy situation.
Maybe that's where I thrive. You don't know me.
Okay, fair enough. I'm sure this is why you called us to talk about this, but.
No, I've been planning on calling you. Was it yesterday you posted like 7 p.m. tomorrow? I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm going to night chat.
Yes. Wait, and that's so amazing too, by the way, that you had this great day. The last thing I will say about that though, what will suck is if you guys start dating and anything goes bad and then you can't go to the Jersey Mike's and get your first love, the number 9.
God damn, luckily for me, there are many Jersey Mike's locations. I got options around here,
Facts.
So, I'll my first love will always be in my life. Don't you worry about me.
So what else do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about all these clips we're seeing out of the World Cup qualifiers and Eurobasket and whatnot. Did you guys see? I think it was I couldn't find like a great angle of it, but I think Keita put down like a reverse alley-oop for Portugal yesterday.
Ooh.
It was awesome. I don't know if you guys have seen that clip, but it was all over Twitter and Reddit and stuff.
I saw the one video. Let's see if I'm trying to find it right now to play it.
Okay.
Let's see where. Yeah,
He had a couple of alley-oops. He had a couple of good ones.
I mean, are you surprised by this? Are you
No, I just
surprised by
love
King
it. Hey.
Keita dominating?
Not everything has to be a surprise to be good. Sometimes it's just great.
Good point.
You
Yeah.
know?
No, it's honestly, it's been cool. Like there's been Metu highlights. Sabonis had some fun moments. And all I think about, to be honest, is just like, hey, everyone just stay healthy, please.
I know.
Right.
It scares the hell out of me. I mean, like,
hey, stop. Just stop talking now. Let's just
it
move
does.
on.
And
No. You know what? No, Deuce, you're done. I'm going to talk about Sabonis. Sabonis's clips aren't just fun. It's him running full court and putting it in the basket by himself. Like, it's beautiful. Like, he's going behind the back.
Don't kill his vibe.
I'm not
Don't
going to kill his vibe. I'm just saying, my heart aches when I see like Gallinor or
I'm going to hang up. I swear to God. You got to stop.
Okay.
You got to stop. We're not thinking this way tonight. Okay? We're on good vibration.
Yeah, great vibes. Yeah, Sabonis looks fantastic. He's been working his ass off all summer. And I'm like, Sabonis, I know like the Halliburton trade was controversial. I get all that.
Absolutely.
But like Sabonis himself, like the dude works his ass off. He
does.
He looks good.
He looks like he's in great shape.
Yeah.
He looks like he's working on the aspects of his game that he needs to work on. He's playing basketball nonstop. I dig it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him coming up the court, and there's De'Aaron and Malik Monk running on either side of him, and he's got options for the oop. Like we're gonna be fun in transition this season, and I'm so excited for Kings basketball right now. I'm trying to savor these late August moments where I can just dream about Kings basketball, because like when the season comes around, I'm gonna be stressed out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be really stressed out the whole damn time.
Your dreams turn into a nightmare.
Turn into reality, Deuce. And reality is often worse than nightmares. So yeah, right now we got about 6 weeks to just like look at training camp videos and just watching montages and people making hype images and stuff.
Honest.
Like
You saw those pictures of like Herter, Fox, and Murray in the gym with like Davion in Sacramento, and you're like, dude, I'm telling you, these guys are working hard this offseason. Like you're buying in.
Oh yeah. I don't even care. I don't care about reality right now. I'm just looking at those pictures and just imagining they're there like 23 hours a day, like just locked in, like ready. I love it. And like, I mean, did I read this right? Did De'Aaron come back early from his honeymoon? Like, I don't know if I
I thought I saw that on social media. Yeah. I mean, it must be his wife.
Risset is on him.
She's a baller, like she knows hoops too. She loves basketball just as much as he does.
Yeah, she does. And she's had a couple different quotes of like, oh yeah, he's got to get in the gym. We're bringing Luke, like she's pushing him, more than anyone else maybe. And I love it. I love to see it. And I feel like De'Aaron's locked in, and I feel like no shade against De'Aaron, but like last season 2, he just wasn't locked in. Not that he wasn't ready or not trying, but just like, I get it. It's rough sometimes in Sacramento. And when you're the guy on top and you feel like you don't got it behind you, you're like, why am I fucking here? You know what I mean?
And, there's going to even be more pressure on him this season. And that's why it's going to be the best for him if he is in the right mindset, right? If he is mentally just in this great place where adversity hits and he knows where he needs to be mentally and what else he needs to do physically to be the leader that this team needs him to be. Or just, and when I say leader, I'm not even acting like he needs to be vocal, the guy they turn to. It's just, we all know that this season, what this team's going to look like depends on how much he can bring it.
Yeah, and meanwhile, there's reports that Luka, before the Germany game, is smoking cigarettes, drinking Coca-Cola, and then he'll like go out and like lead a team to 50 wins. It's like, it's so weird how it's different. Hey, you got to be locked in. You got to do this. And then you got a guy like Luka who's just like, yeah, I'm good no matter what.
It's old school.
Smoke cigarettes.
You know what I'm thinking about with you saying that? Luka, I've never thought about this before, but he reminds me of like a classic baseball player from like way back in the day where he's like, that guy looks out of shape. Is he smoking a cigarette? Like, but then he just walks out and like just knocks them all out of the park. Like Luka really has just like, it's just in him. It doesn't matter. Like he could, I think he could walk out there, 300 pounds and he'd still just be like flipping guys around. Like, I mean, obviously I'm playing around, but like Luka really is like, we don't need to talk about Luka forever. We all know he's special, but like he really, I think, could just do like anything. Like it's just genetically like deep in his brain. It's crazy.
Except
Anyways.
make a deep run in the playoffs.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he can't
He
do
made it
it's
to the Western Conference
and
Finals.
It's a team sport, dude.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Bat. Well, I appreciate you checking in.
Hey,
Bong,
thank you guys for
whatever your
having
name
me.
is.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, whatever my name is.
Wait, it is Bung, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. King Bung, have a perfect rest of your awesome day.
Also, do you go
I
when
will.
do you go to Jersey Mike's again? Like, when's that happen?
Ooh, great question.
Well, I have her number now. I don't think I have to.
Whoa,
Yeah,
then
like-
you're gonna change your routine? You're gonna stop getting the number 9 just because you got her number? That's the only
Well,
reason.
obviously, the obvious answer is then I'm gonna go when I'm hungry for a number 9.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Just when did
Right?
you get her? You got her number tonight.
Tonight.
Okay.
I did just 20 minutes ago.
Go back next week.
Really? I would say
I
give
don't
some
need
time.
to.
yeah, give it at least a week if you guys aren't texting.
No, oh, hell no! I'm not going in there for at least a week. Easy, yeah. No,
Dude,
I got it.
yeah, that's awesome. Enjoy it, all right? Enjoy the rest of your
I will.
night.
You guys too.
Bye.
right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna last.
What? Get out of here. Dude, that his energy.
She's got a boyfriend.
well,
she's getting
that's
their number
but
at
you know what?
work.
If he's persistent and like
She's into dog fighting, is that what I
no,
heard?
stop. She breeds pit.
Oh,
You,
I misunderstood.
that's not funny. Not right. Do not
Oh my god. I mean,
dim
honestly,
his light.
chat. People watching us live. Any chance that works?
Wow. What is that? No, do not answer that.
There's people listening right now going, "Yeah, you're Deuce."
Yeah,
we
Stephen
heard
Brown.
enough. We heard
Deuce
enough.
is negative Nancy.
Oh
There
my!
you go.
I prefer Deucey Downer. You want to talk about negative Nancy? Please tell me you saw what Gilbert Arenas said about Giannis.
I didn't understand it.
All right, I'll play it
good.
for the people.
Gotta
Just
hear
in
it.
case you missed it. Gilbert Arenas on his podcast, he had Phil Handy on, who's longtime developmental coach in the NBA with the Lakers right now. And they were talking about what made LeBron special, and then Gilbert goes into Giannis.
There's a true gap. You know, I talk to people about that all the time. Yeah, there's elite, but then there's another level of elite in our league of what players look like.
And what's so funny is the media tries to shorten it.
They do.
They try to shorten this gap like it's this, like, oh, he's the best player in the league. Not even close. Just stop. Just stop it. And just stop. Like, this gap is so big, but you're trying to always replace the next person by putting it back. Like his work, I can look at his game and say, he doesn't understand basketball yet. He plays the sport. He won a championship. Cool. He doesn't really understand how to be great, how to be better, how to train his body. Like, you know, I'm looking at the stats. Oh, playing 32 minutes, 34 minutes, 30. I'm sorry, but to be here, you have to train your body to at least 38 minutes and above. Like LeBron played 37 minutes at 37. That's a whole, like, that's a whole, Iverson was playing 43 minutes. 43 minutes, like, there's a real, like.
I mean, I understand what he's saying when he's talking about, hey, there's a big difference between elite and good and all that, but when he's like trying to make it act like it's LeBron won and like there's a giant Grand Canyon sized gap between him and like Giannis, what?
And not only that, the fact that he's like insinuating that Giannis doesn't understand the game, he's just like a freak.
Right.
It's crazy to, and to say that like he hasn't really like worked on his game. His body alone is physical evidence
From what he looked like at the start to
it's,
now?
Yeah, and it's like physical evidence that like he's used to make his game better, not just to be like a bigger player on the floor. And that's why it's his analysis of Giannis Antetokounmpo is very strange to me.
Yeah, and talking about the minutes played. How about the minutes Giannis played on like a mangled leg in the NBA Finals against the Suns, where like no one thought he should have been back. Like he's not gonna, and he comes back.
Yeah.
And then he game 7. Like, are you kidding me?
Well, I think he's just really off. I think with the minutes too, it's just like anything that we saw even last year and witnessed with someone for example, like Jason Tatum, we were like, oh man, if he's just a little bit more conditioned like Steph Curry. Like Steph Curry has brought it to such an elite level that if you can't keep up, you're not going to get there. And so I get it. Conditioning wise, Giannis can absolutely work on that. But he also has to do a lot of different things in a game.
Yeah, but he also, like, the minutes thing to me is like, what's that matter?
No, I'm
Like-
I'm saying if that did matter to
Sure,
someone,
but, like,
then okay, then
You don't.
here.
Should Giannis be playing 43 minutes a night in the regular season?
No.
No. Like, we've learned enough to know that, no, let's, like, be smart about it.
Yeah, it's just a weird breakdown. Very weird.
It just sounds like you're being such a hater. I mean, it's
That's
like,
what I didn't
it-
get.
It's,
And I feel like Giannis is very likable, too.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe Gilbert just is. I don't know. I felt like he's being genuine, so I'm not going to act like he's not genuine. I was taken aback when I listened. I'm like, what are we doing here? Acting like Giannis isn't great. Even if you want to make the case like, hey, LeBron's better than him. Here's what. No, are we going to argue that? No. Fine. That's okay. But to act as if like Giannis is like so far away and he's got to do this. He's got to play 38 minutes a night. Oh, he's got to do this. He has shown improvement. He has worked on his game. And he's an intelligent enough player to know this. He knows, hey, I'm the Incredible Hulk here. I'm strong.
Yeah.
And I'll play some bully ball. I'm going to use my...
Yeah.
I've worked on this body. I'm going to use it to my advantage.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's that's what I was gonna ask. What do you think Phil Handy was like thinking in that moment?
Watching the clip,
Yeah.
I thought that Phil was definitely on the initial take, thought they were on the same page, and then when he started taking it a different way, Phil's face was like, oh, okay.
He's like, can we cut that? Can we edit that out?
Do I have to be here for this one?
Yeah, it was a hot take. That it must have just been a hot take because that was strange.
And like, look, hot takes are fine.
Are they?
If you can.
I think they're fine if you're entertaining with it.
Yes,
if you're
that's what I'm
actually
saying.
breaking down the
But
game
he
with
sounded-
Phil effing Handy,
I don't think it
come
was a
on.
hot take. Like, I think that's what he
God.
believes.
Well, that's the other thing too. There's like former players that have played the game and think that they know everything about it. Does not mean that they know everything about the game just because they played the game.
Sure.
You know, it's how they studied the game, how they worked on it in so many different ways. What
Wow.
are you getting excited about? Yeah. What?
We have an update from Adrian Wojnarowski at this hour.
Oh, what? This is amazing.
RJ Barrett is finalizing a
Kidding.
4-year extension that could be worth up to $120 million, according to his agent. Complicated the franchise's off-season trade pursuit of Utah Jazz All-Star Donovan Mitchell.
So when you first showed this, I was like, RJ Barrett, they're making the trade. The Donovan Mitchell trade's going down. Okay.
Complicating the franchise's off-season trade pursuit. So
Interesting.
what's that mean?
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that to be the tweet when I saw RJ Barrett. I initially don't know.
I mean, maybe... Yeah, I don't know how that would work. I'm just trying to construct the trade in my head. And I'm also... Man, it's just a lot of money. It's just a lot of money. Do you think that's a no-brainer for the Knicks? The rookie max could be worth up. I mean, he averaged 20 a game last year. He's a
I
young
like
guy.
RJ Barrett.
Yeah. He's shown enough improvement, but I mean, the shooting, that 40% shooting.
Yeah, no, I'm more curious what the Knicks are trying to do with the Jazz. Like if the Donovan Mitchell, that's where I'm just like, okay, is there nothing else really there?
Yeah, and Steven's saying, why would it complicate it? Wouldn't Utah want him locked up for a while? No, for sure, but they wouldn't be able to trade him, right? You know, I don't even know when they could officially trade him after signing him to an extension like that. Al makes a great point. Maybe wait for Adam Wojnarowski to tweet that out. No,
we'll need him to tweet it out to confirm.
A very fair point. So I wonder what that means for that trade, like you said. You've heard like other teams like, hey, Washington, Charlotte, they're in on him too. And it's like, you don't know what to believe. It sounded like it was so close to just being closed out. Maybe Miami comes in there and tries to do it. They've been tied to them. But it seemed like it was all going the Knicks' direction.
It's been really quiet too. I mean, I feel like it's been all pretty hush hush with all of that. Just people are assuming certain things. And then obviously the Kevin Durant news broke and we still weren't hearing anything about what the Jazz are going to do with Donovan Mitchell.
I mean, they don't have to move him right away anyway. Like, if he's cool with being there and they've communicated with him what the hell's going on, be patient. He didn't request a trade. I mean, we haven't heard anything about him demanding a trade.
It's just, I don't know. What a waste of a year.
Yeah.
25?
Yeah. And he's going, God, we had like a fun team. Well,
yeah. Well, fun. I mean, obviously not everything was
it
cool
was
and dandy.
Yes, they were winning a lot of games.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll circle back to that if anything else comes out.
Yeah, the interesting thing, too, that was brought up was that if the Knicks, this was from Mark Stein, if the Knicks managed to win the trade race for Utah's Donovan Mitchell, or if another team unexpectedly beats them to Mitchell, there's a decent chance the Lakers will be involved in that deal. So,
okay.
Who the hell knows?
Yeah, I don't understand it right now. Yeah, but is that the last one? Is that the last like trade that we're as NBA fans just waiting for? Is there anything? I guess Russell Westbrook would be technically the other one.
Who the hell is trading for Westbrook?
Yeah.
Unless the Lakers go, yeah, we're definitely attaching those, first round picks to it, which I do you even do that? I mean, I just think for the Lakers, like, unless you can clearly get better by trading him, which I don't think you can clearly get better. I think they have this pipe dream of like, hey, they'll get Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. I don't know. Maybe they can if the Lakers included picks, but if you're the Lakers, why not? If you have belief in him, let Darvin Ham work with him. You know that he's been a great player in the league. I understand he has not played well. He looked like crap last year.
Yeah.
But if you show some belief in him as a coach, give him the buy into a role, he's an expiring deal. And that helps you down the road.
I'm with you, but whenever we talk about him buying into a role, I know you have this faith in Darvin Ham, but it's Russell Westbrook. It's everyone's talked about how this guy's never going to buy into a role. And I hadn't given up on that. I'm like, oh man, if he just could. And then, I'd be told like, you're an idiot. He's never going to change. And so now I'm starting to believe, yeah, maybe he's never going to change. He's just one of those players that can't adapt, evolve his game.
You don't think last year impacted him, though? This offseason, the weird vibes?
I do, but I think personally from everyone telling me so confidently that this guy's not going to change. I'm starting to believe it.
And I don't want him to change his mentality.
But that is changing your mentality. You can keep, it's adjusting your mentality. That's all it is.
Yeah, he just doesn't. He needs to play to his strengths of 2022.
100%.
Which, you know what? It doesn't take away from what he's accomplished, okay? But you have to adjust.
You have to.
Like, try to be an active defender. Like, try. You put effort when you want to put effort in there.
Like, just understand.
The engagement has to be better.
Yeah. Your decision making, and those times when you just want to take over and it's just not there. Like be a playmaker, be a cutter, be a willing cutter.
Bag says Deuce has no faith in his caller's ability to have happiness, but has faith in Westbrook changing. Ha ha ha. I think what I have faith in is that Westbrook is a competitor.
That's fine, but
and his competitive spirit can't be denied. Sometimes you have to meet someone new to inspire you, and maybe Darvin Ham is that. I think Darvin Ham.
You want Darvin Ham to be that, and I want it too.
I mean, even if you don't like Westbrook, can we all admit we don't want him to like go out like in flames?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I like the sport of basketball, even if you're like, hey, I've never been a fan. But you can acknowledge like he's accomplished some things in the NBA.
That's what I hate when people
He's won an MVP. He's a multi-time
Yes.
All-Star. Like, I've never been obsessed with him.
you guys, people don't want to be such prisoner of the moments with him. And I'm with you, Deuce. There's been the moments that I have enjoyed Westbrook are those moments when he is that energy leader, when he is that guy that's like on fire and doing good things for his team. It's been a little bit now, and that's why so many people forget those things. And I think what makes a great player is if they can evolve. And I think that's why even someone like Carmelo Anthony and his reputation forever will be changed because of the way that he evolved his game after he was almost blackballed from the NBA.
Yeah. I mean, he had the OKC stop, the weird Houston stop, and then he was out of the league for like a long time and way too long for a guy with his talent. Now Westbrook has had a few stops like this. And that's my whole point is, look, I have there's zero faith in him ever returning to what he used to be.
Yeah.
I just don't think he is that guy anymore. But can he be a contributor in the NBA? I think if he buys into his role,
right.
yeah. And I think this can be like sometimes in your life you got to go through a lot of bumps in the road before you realize, oh shit, I got to change something. It's not all the people around me. It's not
me.
It's me. And you got to look in the mirror. Maybe I'm missing something on it. But I think the guy does have a lot of pride in his game. I think he takes pride in many things.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm not denying any of that. I agree with all that. I just think so many people want to compare like that Kobe mentality, and he's not Kobe, where Kobe could have been better at times later on in his career if he had adjusted some things, but he was never going to choose to do that. And he was still at a higher level where he could still get away with some things, but just could have been better. Where Russ isn't at that tier of player, of skill level. Yeah, he needs to evolve his mindset if he wants to finish off his career the right way.
And you don't think like Beverly gets that out of him? Their teammate.
Oh my God, that would be the best.
They become best friends?
The best story of the entire NBA season. If those two became best friends, it was Patrick Beverly that brought something else out of Russell Westbrook. That's not going to happen.
It would actually be really terrible though. Just from like
why?
Because if Westbrook and Beverly had big impacts on the Lakers, they would be the most annoying team.
That's a great point.
In modern history.
That's a great point.
I mean, The Rock, the baby, you're too sure. They're getting into it. Imagine those two on the court at the same time.
You just had like vomit in my mouth.
Yeah. That would just...
Disgusted. But it's so true. And I hate being annoyed when I'm watching. Like, that's how I used to be back in the day with like Stockton and Malone. And oh my God. The things I would say as a child was, if I saw Hornacek on the street, I would kick him in his shins. Why?
I mean, you look at that guy, you kind of want to kick him in the shins.
He deserved to be kicked in the shins. Like, but what child says that? Like, that's weird to be that obsessed in that and hate a player and just hate annoying players that much. Look, it's still there.
You want to kick? What do you want to do to Stockton?
Oh, a lot of things.
Give him a little shot.
Just a little shot in the arm.
He does not like shots in the
arm.
No,
he does not.
Yeah, those Jazz teams. Ugh.
It's so annoying.
Stockton and Malone.
Like, just disgusted right now.
Steven in the chat says Westbrook played with athletic, reckless abandon for so long. Now that he's lost a step athletically, he's a liability. Yeah, I mean, the shooting is obviously, from a floor spacing standpoint, is an issue. And then if you lack that explosiveness, but like, God, if you're on a team with LeBron and AD and you can't score a bucket, they draw so much attention. You can get someone who has been at that level like Westbrook. You should be able to do something. Austin
Stephen
Reeves
Brown
is going to have moments.
Using that word though, liability.
Yeah,
and that's a fair definition of him right now because he doesn't have things straight in his mind of how he should play the game with losing a step with other big players on your team that can do more. Yeah. No, we'll see.
That's a problem when you lose some athleticism,
and that's what you do
in this league, and you can't shoot.
Kids, Keep
rough.
practicing.
It's
Do
rough.
not rely on your athleticism.
Maybe it's just I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, I don't want him to go out like this.
I
I
don't
don't want it because
either.
there's a lot of negativity toward him.
I agree, and I think it's crap. I think it's so okay. I should look this up before I say it, but I feel like I saw something Stephen A. said Patrick Beverley is better than Russell Westbrook right now.
I mean, fine.
I
I also like Beverly had a down year last year too, and I know we
Thank
tend
you.
to forget it because one of our lasting memories is him celebrating the play-in. Cool moment in Minnesota, but like he did not shoot the ball well at all. His defense is nowhere near what it used to be. He's had some moments, and he plays inspired, and I think he's a guy you like having on your team because you want to. They can impact your team in a positive way. He's going to challenge guys. He's going to uplift guys. He's going to be, if you are Patrick Beverley's teammate, he's got your back 100%.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
But there's still going to be, like, you've seen Patrick Beverley's chaotic moments on the floor too. Bad decision making as well. And those moments can be annoying. And if the personalities don't click, then that's not going to click. You know, like that part does matter, but you're right. Like his loyalty will run deep.
Yeah, I brought this up on one of our YouTube clips we did after we heard about the trade with Beverly. I think Ham brings an edge with coaching and as a former player, and that's good to have as a coach, but you also need one of those guys on like the court with you.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Carry
who is
out
that?
That's Beverly. Beverly is a guy that's going to challenge guys. Like I think Beverly will challenge AD. I think he will challenge Westbrook. I don't think he's afraid of it.
Type of, yeah, it's a different type of energy. I don't know. Like with Westbrook's personality right now, doesn't look like anything can change that. That's all.
To circle back what we were talking about earlier with the Athletic, who had like a player from every team who has a lot to prove this year. The Lakers, do you have a guess for them?
Anthony Davis.
It is Anthony Davis.
That makes sense.
I mean, Westbrook would have made some sense too, right? He's got something to prove.
I don't think they would think that Westbrook is necessarily on the roster.
All right. Their explanation. New
Okay.
head coach Darvin Ham said in his introductory news conference, Anthony Davis is the key for the Lakers to reach their potential. Even if Los Angeles is somehow able to trade Westbrook, the Lakers will need Davis healthy and playing at a level he hasn't reached since 2019 for them to be true contenders. The peak version of Davis is still in the conversation for the best big man in the league. Lakers need that player next season with or without Westbrook.
Wait, the peak version of Davis is still in the conversation for the best big man in the league. Yeah, I mean he's has such a unique game for a big man, but it's like
it's gonna take a while for him to jump back in that conversation for me. I don't trust him. I know from a peak talent perspective, but like it's what you talk about with track record. I don't buy it. I mean, Embiid, Jokic.
SAWFT soft. He's soft. And I'm not using it as an insult. I'm using it as a quality that he has. If that makes sense. Like
it makes zero sense.
Like if he gets pushed, hit,
Why did you just do that?
I was trying to show like he'd be done for the night just because of that.
You just pushed me like that?
I know. I'm sorry.
You
That
know
was
what I
kind of
honestly
hard.
thought you were doing? Can I be honest?
What?
I looked at the chat for 2 seconds and you hit me and I thought you were telling me to pay attention. I was like, what is your problem?
Oh my God, I could tell you got mad and I was like, no, I'm sorry. I was just making it like that.
No, I legit got mad because I was like, dude, I'm paying attention to you.
No, I was just making the point of even that is my point. Is like Anthony Davis, his bounce back from physical.
Are you saying like? See, here's what I'll challenge you on.
Yeah.
Yes, I have
Physical
seen
contact.
Anthony Davis in moments where like he goes to the ground, grabs his ankle, and you're like, oh no, that's a high ankle sprain, and then it's nothing.
Multiple.
Yeah,
moments.
for sure. But when he is listed and he is out, I just don't question that stuff. I'm sorry. Like I think he's truly in pain in those moments. I don't think it's like, oh, I can't fight through it. Dude, he's wearing shoulder sleeves.
This is what I'll tell you. And I think because you're right, and I think it's wrong to question when someone says this is my pain tolerance, and you know the all the staff says the same thing. Like, no, like then you're not playing. If this is what you're telling us, you're a 9 out of 10 in pain, then you're not playing. Like that has a lot to do with it, right? I feel like his pain tolerance is very little. And again, that doesn't mean sometimes your body just isn't made for certain physical contact. Like I think
I just don't know how one can say that by watching a player on TV.
Because I used to be there, and my point is be there with that. And I see the difference where my pain tolerance when I was playing, it was adrenaline. I wanted to pop my shoulder in and out, like get it back in, let's effing go. And there was just something different about that. Now my pain tolerance, I am soft. I'm so different. When my shoulder barely clicks, a tear comes rolling down my eye, and I think it's more like this phantom pain. And I feel like that is him right now. And like he doesn't have that different type of drive to allow adrenaline to lead him through some
what you're saying is based
tweak
on
sometimes. Based on what you see on the floor.
Pure speculation.
No, when you see someone go down like all the time because their finger grazes the rim. Like,
yeah, but I don't care about that. I don't care if he goes down and gets back up and plays again. That's great. That's what I want. The real injuries,
but part
of that is just bad luck. That's part of guys just get hurt.
Can I tell you when he grazes his finger along the rim and hurts the tip of it and lands on the ground, he is out for a possession, for an entire possession. That's part of the game.
Sure, Morgan, sure, but I don't care if he misses a possession. If
he
plays in 70 games. Who cares?
Who cares? But when was the last
Yeah, but you're bringing up like stuff that happens in game. I'm talking about like
that's because
I think
that's
we're in a different
part of
conversation.
the game.
Like he needs to stay healthy, but I don't ever doubt if he's hurt. Like
I'm not doubting it either. So I'm not doubting it either, but I'm just saying physically his pain tolerance is very different. And that's not I'm not talking shit about him. Like that's just something physical about him that I wish was different. That's all. Please tell me some of you get this. I need to know.
I again, when you start talking about someone else's pain tolerance, I'm like, how do you know that? You just don't know that. Like
don't you know that by the way that they're out there and they take a hit and then someone else takes the same hit and then two different things happen? Let's see. Okay. I agree with her. I get it. LOL. Thank you, you guys. Mo with the victim blaming. Oh my God. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. I agree he falls a lot. And there are times you're like, oh my God, get up, man. Like, what are you doing? Oh my God. You went back to the locker room and now you're back and you're fine. But like, there's a difference between that and I think when he legitimately has to miss 6 to 8 weeks with an injury.
I agree. Okay. I'm not denying that. I don't think you're understanding a lot of people agree with me. Thank you. Agree with the pain tolerance conversation, or you don't you don't connect with it.
No, I don't, because none of you guys know what you're talking about.
When it comes to pain
you don't. You can talk about your pain tolerance.
I am.
You can't talk about anybody else's.
I can't analyze it.
No, because I know
I'm not critiquing it. I'm just analyzing.
You're not in their body, so you have zero idea. You're guessing. All you're doing is guessing.
But you're guessing.
No idea.
It's an educated guess because if you look at the force of something and the way that it's hitting, whether it's a body part hitting the rim or the ankle, giving us a quick little tweak in and out, it's an educated analysis about how you understand how things hurt.
Thank you, Bag. Appreciate that. Analyzing someone else's pain tolerance is insane.
What?
Yeah, it is.
You guys, I think that's... I would say even for my grandma, she does anything and everything hurts her. And it's like, no, well, this is for attention. It's not even...
I will agree with one thing you said tonight is you are soft. You for sure are soft. You get one little thing. Oh my God, my shoulder.
So see, you're judging my pain tolerance right there.
Yeah.
But I don't really, no one can judge anyone's pain tolerance.
I'm calling you soft, but I don't really know. I don't really know.
Then why are you calling me soft? If you don't know, don't call me soft.
Okay.
There you go. If you don't know, don't call me soft.
And Dante's right. It's not about pain or hurt. If your ACL is torn, you can't run.
I'm not talking about an ACL tear, you guys.
God.
So different.
Mo hates the weak. That's an interesting take.
Oh my God. I can't believe. Do any of you guys feel that way about Anthony Davis?
Yeah, you already just said people agree with you. So why?
No, people agree with the pain tolerance conversation, Deuce. See, you really don't understand pain tolerance.
Yeah, okay.
You don't understand. It's a whole different topic.
Any other thoughts on this one tonight?
Sometimes irritation is worse than pain. Yes, I did have one other thought. When we were talking about Luka, like smoking cigarettes and, eating food or whatever before a game, I used to think about how in high school, it made me think about how I'd have a caramel frappuccino and a bean and cheese burrito from Taco Bell before every game.
The stuff you could do, honestly, as a child and get away with it. Like, hey, I just drank, it's a
gross.
Saturday. I just drank 7 sodas.
Ugh.
Had like McDonald's a couple of times,
Ugh.
some junk food.
My heart.
And you know what you do? You go sleep and wake up and do it again the next day.
Wouldn't even feel like shit.
No, now?
Game over.
Oh my God. I had 2 beers. I'm like dead for a day and a half. Dude,
Yeah.
I got that burrito gave me some heartburn.
If I drank a caramel frappuccino and ate a bean and cheese burrito now and then played a basketball game, that would be thrown up all over the court.
Yeah. No, it definitely would.
Like, that's disgusting.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing that now. Just in general, and yeah, but dude, some NBA players don't eat well. That's what's wild. NBA players
that's why once they make the money, they get that personal chef.
John says, I would chug a big gulp every day before lacrosse practice in high school.
So gross.
Brett says, I played indoor soccer with a friend who ate Taco Bell before a game. She threw up in her jersey during the game?
That is awful.
Yeah. That's disgusting. Yeah, there's just things that you could do as a kid you just can't do. Like, if you're a kid and you didn't get a lot of sleep, like, you're like fine. Aren't you fine the next day? You still
rally.
go and play, right?
Yeah.
As an adult, it's like I didn't give 7 hours tonight.
But I also think as an adult, you're more aware of your emotions, whereas a kid, it would just be like tantrum or I don't know what a kid. I don't remember what I would do at 10 years old when I was emotionally upset.
Yeah. What did you do?
I don't know. I can't. I don't remember. I remember being pretty happy.
Boise, the only thing that affected my friends in high school was Xanax. I don't know why we're going there. Interesting.
Oh my God. Don't do that.
We'll read a couple more before we get out of here. Unless you had some more. I don't know if you had more to get to tonight.
Trying to think if there's one more thing that I forgot to mention.
Leezy,
left me.
Steven says, I feel like NFL players are always on something. Responding to Leezy in the house. What's up, Leezy? Some people can play football on Percocet.
Let's not do any of that, guys.
Oh, my God, man.
Keep it natural.
Is it true that NHL provides cannabis to players for paying? I had not heard that.
I mean, that's natural.
Nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, yeah, NFL obviously for pain issues and old wrestlers, the pills, the addiction,
so sad, dude.
Wrecks your body, man.
Wrecks.
Man. I used to put powdered Jello in a water bottle and mix it with water before high school games.
What? Like, what? That doesn't even sound tasty.
Yeah, what do you...
Like, just a Jello tasting water.
Is it like Kool-Aid kind of, though?
In some ways.
Bootleg Kool-Aid?
It's definitely bootleg. Oh, my God.
I want to read Woj's full story that he just posted, too.
Oh, perfect. So we can actually understand
See if there's some more context on, like... Yeah, just like, wait, all I thought about was like, well, does that mean
I didn't
Donovan
have a
Mitchell's
reaction.
not getting traded?
Yeah.
RJ Barrett is finalizing a 4-year extension that could be worth up to $120 million, according to Bill Duffy, complicating the franchise's offseason trade pursuit of Donovan Mitchell. Barrett's deal, which makes him the youngest $100 million player in Knicks history at 22, and several weeks trade discussions on Mitchell between New York and Utah, and forces the two organizations, if they choose, to start over with talks significantly different considerations because of the poison pill provision now in Barrett's deal. Leon Rose set a Monday night deadline with Utah to reach an agreement on a trade for Mitchell, or the Knicks would commit to the Barrett extension.
Whoa.
Damn.
Okay.
While the Jazz-Knicks trade talks intensify and the gap on the deal points that Barrett and the package tightened over the weekend and into Monday, there remained a gulf on reaching a trade for Mitchell. Once the Knicks and Jazz exhausted discussions on Monday night, Rose and Duffy finalized the extension. Danny Ainge probably asking for way too much.
That, I can't believe they said, all right, you have till Monday night. If not, we're moving forward with RJ Barrett. And if you're RJ Barrett, aren't you kind of like, do you really? Well, whatever.
Obviously
you got
not.
paid.
You just got a 4-year, $120 million contract. What do you mean?
Who cares?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. You like me enough to pay me, so.
Yeah, and Bag brings up a good point. First Nick to get his rookie extension in like 20 years. Yeah, I mean, you think about some of the missteps. Man. All right, that's gonna do it for Night Chat tonight. It's been fun. We appreciate everyone hanging out. We're gonna be live for a podcast on Wednesday morning, and if anything else breaks or there's more stuff to talk about, maybe we throw in another Night Chat or something.
Ooh, hell yeah!
I mean, it's gonna be hot this weekend. Might as well just do a Night Chat,
dude. I'm down to chill.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool, man. Well, appreciate you guys hanging out. We love you guys, but we got to go.
Thanks for being here. You're all badass. See you later.
Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. The podcast that you know. Deuce and Mo.